Yeah, this is a video about WordPress and the contact forms. A lot of people seem to have some issues about hosting a WordPress site on another site that doesn't also, or another hosting company that doesn't also host the email. So basically, your website resides on the web host and email resides at another host. So what happens is when you go into a web form on a WordPress site and you submit the web form or the contact form to the same domain that the website's on, it appears that it's going through, but it actually never appears. So let's say you have a website called mydomain.com. You go to the web form and you can fill out the contact information and you send that web form to someone at like mydomain.com. They never receive it. Well, that's because that particular web host is looking at the local DNS records for the email and trying to send it to itself locally. It's not aware that there's another email server at another location. So this is the way to correct that. Okay. Here's what we need to do. First thing you need to do is you need to go into your hosting account. Mine happens to be HostGator, and basically you go down to the actual domain itself. Okay. You're going to want to go to the MX records. Okay. Mine has a MX entry right here. I click on MX entry. I come down and I select the domain that I want to work with, and in this particular instance it's Holly Tree Family Practice. And what I've done is I've simply changed the default MX record. When you create a new domain, the MX record will actually be something like destination would be the domain.com, and that's it. But if you notice here, I have their current DNS MX record. Okay, and really the way that I found that out, pretty simple, is you can just go to Google and you can just say find domain MX record or something like that, and you can pick the first one. You can come in here and I just type in Holly Tree or any other domain, it really doesn't matter, and you can look up their MX record. Okay, I must have to put well, let me see, I don't want to put somebody's email address here, so hang on. Let me see if I can find something a little cleaner. How about search MX records? It really doesn't matter, there's so many. I think this is one I used, MX Toolbox. Yeah, MX Toolbox works really well. So we'll do hollytreefp.com, look up the MX record, and here you go. This is how you find them. They have 4. Okay, there's the 100 being the primary, all the way down to 400 being the last ditch effort. So basically, if you just copy this host name, okay, you don't have to worry so much about the IP address, just worry about the host name. Copy it, and then go back into your cPanel, and you should be able to come in here and click Edit, and all you simply do is change their destination, and that is basically all you need to do. Now, some sites have told me that you have to turn off email routing to the local domain, and their solution, which technically I don't see how this works, but this is what they say to do, is when you go into that particular domain's MX records, HostGator actually told me to do this. They said I needed to delete the entire MX record. That way, locally on the server, on the hosting server, the web hosting server, it wouldn't try to send that email locally when submitting the form. Okay, so here's the scenario. Okay, if I come to hollytreefp.com, okay, this is a website that I've recently built up. Okay, this is hosted by HostGator. If I click on Contact, I have this form that was created with Gravity Forms in WordPress. I've got all these different departments, and each one of these departments has email routing to a specific person. So basically, when I fill out this form, it's sending it to someone at hollytreefamilypractice.com. But because HostGator doesn't technically host their email, because the Internet DNS server doesn't point to host Holly Tree's email at HostGator, that's actually pointed at their ISP. It's a totally another mail server. It could be Office 365, it could be your own personal Exchange server, it could be some hosted another hosting service. You're not tied to having your web server and your email server on the same server. You can split this up. Your FTP server can go to one server, one hosting company. Web server could go to some other hosting company. Email could go somewhere else. This isn't traditionally done, but technically it can be done. Okay, So this is just how you correct it. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to go visit www.techvoodoo.com. We're going to have a forum on there very soon, or if you want to, you can simply send an email to info@techvoodoo.com, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. Hope this worked out, and this should be able to fix a lot of people's problems.